like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
On second down, Eckler. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw is Rosen. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Running on first down, Eckler. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tim Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
After the sack on first down, Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephen Weatherly in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down.
You ain't got nothing.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, the completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We need 18. 65. 65. 150.
Rodgers again now. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Philip Lindsey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. Open man here, T.J. Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Rosen off the play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown, Pittsburgh. Philip Lindsay, 88 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. The point after try for Gostkowski. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
So we got man.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Rosen looking to throw. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Rosen to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he's at the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rosen will throw. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Rosen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going quickly here to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jones. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start this.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And now it's Rosen looking. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rosen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here's Rosen. This is White on the screen. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Rosen. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. He was covered by 7 Byers.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First down, Bengals.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this one caught by Beasley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. It's our time.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Tight right. You got three down. Watch the edge.
They'll run here with Eckler. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey.
Here is Eckler. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 34. Rosen to throw on 3rd down. This complete to Jones. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Rodgers now to throw. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
319. Go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make someone miss in the open field.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Rosen. Jones has it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw here. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, These are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say, he down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Braxton Berrios, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Back now in Pittsburgh, it's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. From the 38, Rosen looking downfield for Jones. It's caught at the 10. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal at the Steelers' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, alert.
Second and 9 now. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mark 52. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They're going on fourth down. Rosen. And this is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on fourth and goal. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now it's Rodgers. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Johnson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he's going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Another run by Lindsey. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Phillip Lindsay. His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down.
First down.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Now a desperation throw. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Blue 58. 54. Light 54. Watch the pass.
And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution.